Hi, I'm David Mavros Media, and I'm here with Ross Godfrey of Skye and Ross. How you doing?
Very good. Yeah. How are you?
Great. Let's start off with the beginning. How did you guys, you and Skye, meet and start Morcheeba from the beginning?
I met Skye at a party. My brother was DJing at a party in Greenwich in London, and she came up to me and asked me if I had any rolling papers. And we got chatting, and then she tried to sell me her drum kit because she said she lived in a small little apartment and the neighbours didn't like her drumming, so she had to get rid of her drum kit. And we stayed in touch. And about, I don't know, like a few months later, we kind of got together. We found out that she was a singer and we were making some music and we wanted to find a singer. So she did like an audition for us kind of thing. She just brought her acoustic guitar around and sang for us, and we thought that she had the voice of an angel. And so we recorded a track that we'd written together, and that was called Trigger Hippie, and it did really well. It was like an underground kind of club hit, and then we got a record deal and started touring the world, and the rest was history.
Yeah, and then here you are today, still making like just fantastic music. I mean, I just heard you in the sound check, and I was just blown away. I mean, it's one thing to see you like in in videos and stuff, and then like on live on YouTube, but it's just amazing to see you live. It was really great. I really appreciate it. Your music has been described as like kind of bluesy, soulful, and like trip hop. Would you say that statement is true, or? Can you explain a little bit to our viewers about maybe just the definition of trip hop?
Yeah, trip hop was kind of like a scene that started about mid 90s in England, in the UK. Basically, a lot of people really liked like the beats of hip hop, but we couldn't really rap to it because our English accent sounds stupid. So we started making like psychedelic kind of dubby music over the top of the hip hop beats, and some bands got like girls to sing songs over the top, and then that sounded like pretty cool, and you could write song structures over it. So when we first started, it was around the same time as like Portishead and Massive Attack, and it kind of just became a scene, and then it kind of influenced everyone else, and eventually it kind of sort of strayed away from the original sort of instrumental hip hop roots and went into a more kind of traditional music genre, and trip hop is still like quite a cool sounding music.
Yeah. Well, I think you kind of like humbled yourself. I don't think the English sound that stupid. I mean, like rapping. I've heard like I don't know if Dizzy Rascal is British. You heard Dizzy Rascal or like the Streets? Yeah. I like the Streets. Even though he has kind of like that thick British accent, I like it. I don't know. It's funny. It's funny.
But that's not really like hip hop. That's sort of kind of a new thing, and like grime, and there's all these different kind of like genres that came up later, but in the 90s, basically, it was like hip hop, and we sounded stupid sort of doing like gangster rap, Whereas like, the Streets and Dizzy Rascal and Tiny Temper and stuff, they do a different kind of music, so they sound pretty cool. And the other thing was about trip hop that you could bring in lots of different influences, whether it was blues or soul or reggae or even like country music and folk music. It all kind of fit together as long as you had like a blunted beat and it sounded stoned and atmospheric.
Yeah, true. Tell us about your new album and how it differs from your music with Morcheeba.
It's pretty much the same as Morcheeba, but it's a little bit more organic and like live. It has live drums and things like that. It's a bit less kind of programmed and maybe a little bit less electronic, but it has similar kind of atmospheres to Morcheeba, and also the obviously there's Skye's voice, there's my guitar playing, and there's our songwriting. It's kind of, it's the same but different, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think it's probably just kind of like a more evolved Morcheeba, because you guys have been for a while. You guys been around for a while, huh? Is that true?
Yes, we've been around for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're getting old.
Well, you don't look that old to me. I don't know how old you are, but you don't look that old to me. So you seem like well versed in several instruments. How many instruments can you play, and do you have like a favorite one? Do you play?
Well, my favorite one is the guitar. Obviously, I grew up learning to play the guitar, but I can play a little bit of keyboards and weird things like the sitar and bass. Anything with strings on it is reasonably easy because you just pretend like it's a guitar. But we've also got a bunch of musicians that are really great at stuff. So we get them to play. Like Skye's son plays the drums. He's really good. He's called Jager and he's only 19.
Impressive. Is there anyone that you would like to collaborate with that you might haven't already?
Yeah. I was just talking to someone the other day, a manager who manages Shuggy Otis. We're thinking about approaching him to write a song with him. That would be really cool. I really love Shuggy Otis. He's like a guitar player from back in like the early 70s. He was the son of Johnny Otis, who did Willie and the Hand Jive.
Just that one, no other ones?
That's the only one I'm thinking about at the moment.
Okay, that's cool. What does the future hold for you and Skye?
At the moment, Skye and I are on the road. After we finish the North American tour, we go to Russia, and we tour Europe, Eastern Europe, the UK, and then we get to about Christmas, and I think we're going to have some time off with our families, and then the plan is to go to Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and then come back to the UK and start writing and recording a new record, and then do all of the summer festivals in Europe next year. And so we'll be busy doing music, for the next year or two, and we should have a new record out. This new record's coming out on the 2nd of September, but we should have another record coming out about a year later.
Well, we'll look forward to that, and I really appreciate you being on our show. It's been nice sitting down with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep. This has been David with Mad Bros Media.